Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like yeah, and it feel like.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and our home team. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Denzel Perryman able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Ryan, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. Check. Check your hot read. General West.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike's 5-4. All day, baby, all day. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. at the Chargers' 47-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Ryan. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like,
there goes Melvin Gordon. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check 52.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Got it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
22.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Freeman. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
52's the mark, boy.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch up, switch up.
He'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Pull it high. Lucky. Check 37.
Gordon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Pilot, 64, weak. Check the backer. Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Game situation, let's go. Hey, Delta, 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Check 4. Check 4.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Mike 54. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now.
Looking to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. Jonathan Coachman standing by for Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their side,
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Ryan to throw. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Going deep here for Landry. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Shift. Watch the shift.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Zoo.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Peek in. Peek in. Peek in.
Let go.
2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. This is Gordon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. That's complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch.
Protein spill. Set, go.
Now Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
X3. Shoot.
Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On the set. Topper, topper.
It's going to be a long.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
It's a long day for you. Shift.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Echo. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
He'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man, it's Allen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
He's checking.
Now!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. 6-man.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. The end result, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his